write deep, compelling characters from literal cardboard cutouts. And I don't mean that hypothetically. In Poppy Playtime, the most we see out of the smiling critters are these handfuls of cardboard cutouts with creepy lines of dialogue. That's all we see of their personality in the games, so when I decided I wanted to make a Smiling Critters fan show, suddenly I have to extrapolate an entire personality just from this. Oh, give me strength. However, I very quickly realized that each of these characters had a core value, a central moral or lesson that makes sense to be incorporated into this design by Playtime that actually helped me a lot figuring out the personality. You know, Dogday represents joy, Crafty represents creativity, Bubba represents intelligence, Catnap represents rest, etc., etc. There was just a couple of characters who were being a little pain in the twirly tail. This is Hoppy, Hopscotch, and Picky Piggy. Their core values is eating healthy and sports. These are not core values. These are fun quirks, PSA messages. At best, you can't make an entire personality out of likes sports. What do you want from me? As much as I like this moral framework, I'm not actually making a dumb kid's show. I need actual substance beyond eats healthy food. So how did I actually solve this? Well, in the first couple drafts of the first episode, these characters had very boring personalities. But then I kind of took a step back. I took their core value and kind of expanded it a bit so that it still encompasses their quirk, but also actually is a personality. I mean, what is healthy eating if not just an extension of self-care? What is physical activity if not an extension of energy? And suddenly, we have actual characters who I unironically love so much. Picky now represents self-care. She is somebody whose first priority is taking care of herself, and then her second priority is making sure that all her friends take care of themselves. This makes her a really fun character to write in the story because it's kind of counter all the other characters who are much more selfless in their actions. She takes a lot more of a practical approach to things. But Hoppy, she went from the poorly realized tomboy she was in the original script to a full-on chaos gremlin. And probably my favorite character I've ever written. She can't sit still, she blurts out everything she thinks, she is not always the brightest, but she approaches everything with this infectious enthusiasm. Or in other words, I gave the baby rabbit ADHD. You're welcome!